In this video, I'm breaking down 7 business types with incredible staying power in the ever-changing market of 2025. We'll look at why they succeed with examples, and I'll show you how to get started with little to no upfront investment. The first type of business that I'm going to discuss with you has consistently shown resilience regardless of market fluctuations. Also, I'll explain why this industry is still relevant with actionable tips on how to start your own venture in the field. So the first business type is health and wellness services. Now, according to the Global Wellness Institute, the global health and wellness market is booming, valued at $6.3 trillion in 2023. Now, this is a 25% increase since 2019, making it larger than both the sports and pharmaceutical industries. Why? Because people are now more than ever focused on their health. And with the rise of chronic illnesses and the effects of the global health crisis, taking care of physical and mental well-being has become a top priority of many people. Now, health and wellness businesses cater to universal and ongoing needs. Whether it's fitness centers, nutrition coaching, mental health therapy, or even boutique wellness spas, these services are rooted in solving critical life challenges. As people invest in living longer and healthier lives, the demand for these services will never fade. Let me tell you about Anytime Fitness. It started as a small brand, but it quickly grew into a global success with over 5,000 locations across 50 countries. The company was based in Woodbury, Minnesota, and it operates a 24-hour health and wellness franchise. So you're thinking, what makes Anytime Fitness stand out? It's a subscription-based model which provides steady income for the business. Plus, their 24/7 access perfectly fits into the modern consumer's flexibility needs. So it's a great example of how a simple idea can turn into something massive. You don't need $1 million to get started in this space, and you don't have to start a gym. You can start with a virtual wellness service. Apps like BetterHelp have shown that online platforms are just as impactful as physical spaces. Start small by offering fitness coaching or guided meditation classes, and then you can scale into broader offerings like product sales or membership-based model as you grow. The second business type is technology solutions and SaaS. Now, let me be clear. Technology isn't just shaping our future, it is the future. You can take the SaaS market as an example. In 2024, the global SaaS market was valued at $247 billion. And by 2030, it's expected to grow to an incredible $908 billion. That's a compound annual growth rate of 18.7%. I once read an essay by the investor Mark Andreessen in the Wall Street Journal where he wrote, "Software is eating the world." And that was over a decade ago, but it's just as true today. SaaS funding has skyrocketed, growing almost 7 times in the past 10 years. And what's even more impressive is that it's outpaced the overall venture capital funding growth by 6 times. Why? Because SaaS is expanding into new industries and is providing value in more ways than ever. Better Cloud has provided some really great insights on this. They believe that every firm will eventually rely on SaaS. In fact, SaaS app usage has increased by 18% this year alone, with enterprises now employing an average of 130 apps. Now, the best example of how SaaS can transform businesses is Slack. We use Slack here at Forecaster, and it's amazing how it makes communication just so much easier. But did you know that it started as an internal tool for a small gaming company? They created it to help their own team stay connected while working on projects. And over time, Slack became so effective that they turned it into a full-fledged product. Today, it's a billion-dollar collaboration platform with over 12 million daily users. Even if you're not a tech expert, you can still team up with developers to create your own solution for a problem that you've noticed. I've seen this work firsthand with many friends of mine who have come up with great ideas, but they don't have coding skills. Hell, it's how I even started Forecaster. I'm not a coder by trade, and I still was able to build a very successful venture-backed company. You can start by creating a simple version of your idea, known as the minimum viable product, or MVP. And once that idea has gained a little bit of traction and people actually start using it, that's whenever you can start to add more advanced features and keep up with the competition. It's all about starting small, learning what works, and growing from there. The third business type is renewable energy and sustainability. Now, with climate change becoming a major concern, these businesses are growing very rapidly. I read that the global renewable energy market was projected to reach $1.219 billion by 2024, which shows how important this industry has become. So why is this happening? Governments and organizations are investing heavily in clean energy solutions. They're offering tax breaks and grants to encourage startups to join the movement. There are many people who get into solar, like starting a solar panel installation business, and share how these incentives made it much easier to get started. If you're thinking about entering into the sustainability market, I would recommend starting with a service-based business. Now, it's a great way to get your foot in the door. If you're creative, you can also design sustainable products. I've noticed that eco-friendly packaging and reusable items are becoming really popular. But in the end, it's up to you to decide which path feels right for you. The fourth business type is education and online learning. The e-learning market is growing fast, and it's expected to be worth over $1 trillion by 2032. In 2023, it was valued at over $190 billion, and by 2025, it's projected to exceed $300 billion. When I consider why this market is so successful, 2 factors leap out: resilience and adaptation. I've noticed that the shift to online education education, which picked up its speed during the pandemic, hasn't slowed down since. E-learning doesn't just help people learn, it's also a profitable business. If you're an expert in any field, you can create an online course and share your knowledge. And platforms like Udemy and Skillshare make it easy to design and sell a course. I've seen people create courses on everything from coding to banking to making good income by focusing on a niche they're passionate about. This market is flexible, growing, and it's full of opportunities to make a difference while earning money. The fifth business type is food and beverages. Everyone needs to eat, but the growth of niche food businesses is particularly exciting. By 2029, the worldwide specialty food market is projected to be valued at more than $373 billion, with an annual growth rate of 12%. This demonstrates how resilient and adaptive this sector is, especially as consumer preferences evolve. What makes this market stand out is its ability to evolve with people's needs. I've noticed a huge demand for organic, gluten-free, and locally sourced products. People are paying more attention to what they eat, and businesses that offer healthier or unique options are thriving. Now, if you have a passion for food, I would suggest starting small with a pop-up stand at a local farmer's market. It's a great way to test your products and see what people like without having to rent a physical store. You also get to interact directly with clients and learn from their feedback, which is really important when starting any business. McDonald's is the best example of this type of business, and it shows the potential to grow into something big. It started in the 1940s as a small burger stand, but today it serves over 69 million customers every day in more than 100 countries. So what makes McDonald's such a success? Well, first of all, scalability plays a huge role. McDonald's works through a franchise model, which means that others can open restaurants under their brand. This helped them grow quickly while keeping their food quality consistent. In 2024, nearly 95% of McDonald's locations were franchises, bringing in billions of dollars. Second, they're incredibly adaptable. I remember reading how they customize their menu for different countries. In India, for example, they offer vegetarian options like the Mikaloo Tiki Burger, which isn't found anywhere else. The third and last one is that their operational efficiency is key. They use systems like the Speedy Service System to make food quickly and keep the cost low, which is what customers love. Now, if you're thinking of starting your own food business, don't worry about competing with big names like McDonald's. Instead, focus on growing trends or niche markets. For example, plant-based diets are becoming super popular. I recently read that the global plant-based food market is expected to grow by 15.3% every year, reaching $35.5 billion by 2027. The sixth business type is home improvement services. Now, this industry has been growing fast, especially now that more people work from home and want to upgrade their living spaces. Now, in 2024, the global home improvement market was valued at $800 billion. I also came across some numbers about home improvement services. Back in 2020, this market was worth $316 billion, and experts say that it might reach $585 billion by 2030. Now, that would be an annual growth rate of 6.2%, which is not bad. One thing that makes this business so profitable is its high margins. For example, I've seen contractors charge between $1,000 and $3,000 for a bathroom remodel, yet the material prices are usually less than half that amount. This leaves plenty of room for good profit. When growing a business in this industry, scalability is what you really want to focus on. I've noticed companies expanding by offering services in new areas or hiring subcontractors, and this approach helps them take on more projects without overstretching their own team, which makes it the smartest way to grow. If you stay updated with trends, your business will always have a competitive edge. From my experience, people will always want to improve on their homes, which is why this industry is here to stay. It's a business that, in my opinion, might never fail because it combines profitability, scalability, and adaptability all into one. The seventh business type is logistics and supply chain. Now, every single product you buy, whether it's from a store or online, relies on logistics to get to you. This industry is massive, and by 2025, it's expected to grow to an incredible $12 trillion. Now, let's look at how companies have revolutionized the space. Take Amazon Prime delivery, for example. It didn't just make 2-day shipping popular. It set a whole new standard for online shopping. I've personally relied on Prime for last-minute gifts, and I'm always amazed at how quickly they actually make it to my house. What's even more impressive is how Amazon has built an entire network of warehouses and drivers and technology to make all of this happen. It's proof that logistics can drive a business into great success. Logistics businesses are essential, and without them, the world would stop moving. Whether it's medical supplies or groceries or retail products, supply chains make sure that everything reaches where it's needed to be. This is why I believe that logistics will always be in demand, no matter what happens. In 2024 alone, same-day delivery services grew by 36%, showing just how much potential this sector has to make money. The eighth business type is entertainment and media. It's an industry that keeps growing thanks to streaming platforms and content creators. By 2025, the global entertainment market is expected to reach $3.4 trillion. Platforms like YouTube and TikTok and Netflix are driving this incredible growth. During the 2020 pandemic, millions of people subscribed because they wanted affordable ways to relax at home. own. And this shows just how prevalent content consumption is. What makes this industry so profitable is the low cost of creating digital content compared to how much money it can make. Once you gain a little bit of traction, you can start making revenue through sponsorships and ad revenue. It may be small at first, but it's scalable, which proves how much potential there is in the field. The entertainment world is consistently changing to keep up with what people want. Short videos on TikTok and Instagram Reels become super popular with younger audiences. Meanwhile, podcasts are dominating the audio space because they're convenient and engaging. Now, this ability to adapt to new trends is what keeps this industry so strong. Another amazing thing about this business is how scalable it is. Once you create content, whether it's video or a podcast or a film, you can keep earning money through ads, subscriptions, or even selling merchandise. I think this is what makes it one of the most sustainable business models out there. If you love storytelling or have a creative streak, now is the perfect time to start. Whether it's starting a YouTube channel or launching a podcast or making short films, the opportunities are endless. And honestly, with the way people consume content every day, this is a business that will never fail. These 8 businesses have proven their resilience and scalability through time, which makes them great options for aspiring entrepreneurs. Now that you know what those 8 are, click this link here if you want to learn how to build a startup in 7 steps.